Fourth in the NFL for total offense.
Can they keep this pace?
These numbers are crazy.
We have a damn good coaching staff.
Jameson Williams, we got that Ferrari chilling in the garage still. Skip. A lot rests on those shoulders. A Jagger.
We see it, come to fruition in terms of like playoff games or, dare I say, a Super Bowl. This offense is like so far, obviously 2 weeks in,
Knock on one.
ranked number one in points scored, or tied, I should say. Tied number one in points scored.
Well, they have the most points scored by the offense. Because Kansas City and Buffalo both have pick sixes, and all we have is a safety from our defense. So if you're going on just the offense, we do have the most points scored in the NFL.
Okay. Tied for first in terms of like 20-yard plays.
Yes.
At 11. Tied for second in points scored. Third in rushing yards. Fourth in total yards. Can they keep this pace? Do you believe in Ben Johnson crew to continue this pace of, I'd say right now, obviously the Bills, I'd say eye test, but on paper, the Lions trending up to be like top 5, top 3.
Top 3, they are. They're trending that way. It's obviously going to be tough for them to keep this pace. This is a torrid start. This is a lot going on about different things clicking in the offense. We talked about it. They are the fourth-ranked offense in the NFL behind Philadelphia, Miami, and Buffalo. They're averaging 186 rushing yards per game, which is third in the NFL. They're averaging 219.5 passing yards per game. They have a total of 811 yards through 2 games, which is 405.5 per game. And they're scoring 35.5 points per game, which is these numbers are crazy when you think about it. When you think about what they looked like last year, obviously we know they brought in Ben Johnson. He instilled his offense all summer. He sat down with Jared Goff, created a game plan. They have a healthy DeAndre Swift. They have Amon-Ra St. Brown in year 2 looking like a top 5 receiver in the NFL. They have DJ Chark, who really hasn't done much yet, but he's still a threat. He's still something defenses have to be aware of. He's still a guy that can stretch the field, and they've taken shots to him and just haven't turned out yet. I really do think they can keep this pace. I honestly do. Because you look at it, and they're still not clicking on all cylinders. They still have back-to-back-to-back drives of 3-and-outs in their last game. We know first game they went 3-and-out, 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 pick 6. Like, that's leaving points on the table. You have that. This offense sitting at 4th in the NFL for total offense. DJ Chark is still not 100%. He's still not affecting games. TJ Hawkinson is not. He's off to a slow start. Our offensive line has not been healthy at all. And Jameson Williams, we got that Ferrari chilling in the garage still. I expect them to keep up this pace and possibly get even better. You're talking top 3 offense in the NFL. I don't think that is too lofty of an expectation. But a lot rests on those shoulders of Jared Goff. If he continues to perform how he has, if he continues to go out there and get the job done, then this offense, I don't see anything stopping them from being a top 3 offense in the NFL. Like I said, still no fully healthy offensive line. DJ Chark not really affecting games that much in the stat sheet. Jameson Williams still hasn't even stepped on the field. That's your number 1 draft pick. Sorry, first round draft pick. That is your Lamborghini, your Ferrari, your Panamera 911. Like, this guy is ready to go, and that will just bring another factor to this team that will help everyone around him because teams will have to focus on him more. So Amon-Ra will be even more open. DJ Chark will be even more open. TJ Hawkinson will be even more open. The running lanes will be bigger for DeAndre Swift. So if this team stays healthy, Jared Goff continues to produce at the level he is right now, I see no reason why there could not be a top 5 offense in the NFL all year.
I agree. I'm with you. My answer is C. Yes, Bob, damn it. 100%, man. I think, and I wanted to save like this take until week 4. And because I never officially said if I thought this coaching staff or Dan Campbell was good. At this point, yes. The answer is yes. We have a damn good coaching staff. I saw it in the Woodward Sports chat. You guys commented only 1 penalty last week. I noted that in the offseason, too, during the preseason game. Because I'm like, damn, that's pretty good to have, like, your stars have no penalties for sure. But we have the second-string guys, the guys, like, fighting to make roster spots, easy on the offensive line. him being brand new to football, to keep that, you know what I'm saying, discipline, to have less penalties, this is a damn good coaching staff, man.
Yes.
And you said a lot rests on the shoulders of Jared Goff. I think he can handle it because he was a part of the 13th most highest scoring offense in NFL history.
That was.
And the 2018 Rams. And I got something for you guys, too, in terms of, like, us keeping the pace of being a top 5 offense in the NFL this year. Because not only has Jared Goff done it before, but in terms of the first 2 games in 2018 when the Rams set that record, Jared Goff was throwing for 65%, 587 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. This year in the first 2 games, smaller yards, obviously, got 471 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Now, I don't know the, backstory behind the interception in 2018, but I know this one this year was on a miscommunication between him and T.J. Hawkinson.
Yes.
I also want to say this, too. He was on 97.1 the other day, and he mentioned, like, people feel good about the offense. We felt good about the offense in the offseason, but we're actually pissed off.
Yes.
There are a couple drives in the Washington game where you saw DJ Chark. I've watched back this week, obviously. I saw what you were talking about in terms of he dropped that touchdown.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a tough one to catch.
It
was
a tough. It would have been a tough catch to make, but it was in his hands.
Yeah, he had that situation. Obviously, the deep ball that Goff missed him on, and then he mentioned the one with Swift too. They had one where Swift was on the end zone, and he missed him just off the top of his fingers. I want to say the first 2 drives in terms of like the end zone ones with Swift and Chark, those drives settled in field goals, which again, points left off the field.
Yes.
Like, it could have been touchdowns.
Could have been touchdowns.
They still scored, obviously, the 3 points. But, yeah, I think that for sure that these guys keep it up. I think Ben Johnson's the real deal. And as I said, man, I know I wanted to keep this one to, like, week 4, a quarter of the season, if you will. But I think we got the real deal in terms of the coaching staff. Because not even Ben Johnson and what he's been able to do. And they utilized every single weapon as well. Obviously, Chark, they went to him 4 times. They missed him 4 times in the last game, but he got utilized the game before that against the Philadelphia Eagles. Swift's been utilized. Amon-Ra had been utilized. Josh Reynolds with a touchdown catch. T.J. Hawkinson, the only one we haven't really seen like involved, but he's had some drops as well. This offensive line coach, Hank Fraley,
yes,
or Frank Haley, whatever the hell, I get them mixed up because it's like
Fraley.
2 first names. Yeah. Nonetheless, that's with only 2 starters on an offensive line.
Yes.
And Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell. The 3 of those interiors. Dan Skipper, I mean, we've been saying it all week, never played guard in the NFL until last week and his first NFL start. Hadn't played the guard position since 2013. He didn't come into the NFL until 2017. And he never even been on the roster. Like, the coaching staff. Skip. No, 100%, man. I think this offense is in general, man. The coaching staff, I should say, is like, I think we got it, man. I think we truly have something here. And I just hope we have to keep these guys for a while and we see it, come to fruition in terms of like playoff games or, dare I say, a Super Bowl.
I'm not gonna go that far. All right, I'm not going that far yet. But we talk about leaving points on the field. We talked about, even though they are, the highest scoring offense in the NFL, we talk about them leaving points on the field. We both said it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Some of those Josh Reynolds catches, if that's Jameson Williams in there, that's a touchdown.
That's another reason to believe in this offense is the real deal because we haven't even seen one of the deadliest weapons on the field yet. And it's crazy. This season will go by so fast. Only 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. I'm pretty confident he's going to be here, man. And, like, one more thing, too, because Dan Campbell said in his press conference today, what's a quarterback's best friend? It's a run game.
Yes.
And that 2018 offense where the Rams killed it, who was on that? Who was part of that offense?
Todd Gurley.
Love
Todd Gurley, man.
And who's leading the NFC? I'm sorry, second in the NFC, 4th in the NFL rushing yards so far this year?
DeAndre Swift.
You know what I'm saying? Our
Love
quarterback,
that guy,
Jared Goff, the guy you said, there's a lot resting on his shoulders in terms of that. He has what he works best with in a run game.
Yes.
And a dog-ass running back in DeAndre Swift.
Yes.
And I think they can do it. I really do.
I do too. I agree. Obviously, DeAndre Swift is a game changer. He is a guy that goes out there and he does everything he needs to do, but he needs to stay healthy. So we'll see. Hopefully he can stay healthy for a majority of this season because a lot depends on him. We talked about it yesterday about who's the better weapon on this team, DeAndre Swift or Amon-Ra St. Brown. I said Amon-Ra St. Brown's probably the better weapon, but DeAndre Swift is more vital to this offense because everything builds off of him. Everything builds off the running game. We know all of Jared Goff's statistics when coming off of a play-action pass with a strong running game. A quarterback is that much better because they can utilize that to get the passing game going. They can utilize that to establish longer drives, to establish more time of possession, and that just helps the offense in every way. It helps the offense when you know you got a guy back there you can hand it off to, and he can break 1 for 50 at any time.
Yeah.
And if he's not breaking 1 for 50, he's getting 5-6 yards per carry. So I love it, man. It's a lot about health, and once Jameson Williams gets back, I think this offense is going to be extremely dangerous. Obviously, this kind of offense travels too. It goes on the road.
The run game travels.
We're going to see that in Minnesota. The run game travels.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown travels. Like that stuff is not hit or miss. That stuff is not home cooking. Like, these guys do that. The offensive line travels. So I expect them, like I said, as they only get healthier, they're going to get better. So it's hard for me not to say they're going to be a top 5 offense in the NFL as long as everybody stays healthy.
Born in Spain, Van, the Woodward Sports Chat says, so in other words, Lions going to run DeAndre Swift to the ground like the Rams did Todd Gurley. I actually disagree. I mean, I'm obviously hope he gets a lot more carries, but I think last week he only had, like 5 or 6 carries.
It was
5
he
carries.
Was dealing
56
with
yards and 5 carries.
He was dealing with an injury. But, yeah, that's what you do with running backs in the NFL. Like, yes.
I don't think they are. I think they're splitting it up the way they are right now. Obviously Jamal Williams led the team in carries last week to 12. It's all like situational. You know what I'm saying? Who's getting the ball, when and where. I think DeAndre Swift, those third downs and the receiving downs, you'll see him in there. Stuff that's designed for him. I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. I'm pumped. I'm excited. That defense, though, Spinny.
Defense needs to get cleaned up a little bit. Obviously, we were looking at the stats today. They're bottom 5 in defense, so they need to clean that up a little bit.